Hello special ones, welcome to my channel. This is Lifestyle Gardener. Today I was thinking that I haven't made anything with barbecue sauce for a long time. And then I remember that the end of the garden season that I put away some tomatoes from my garden inside the freezer. Even though some of the tomatoes, they weren't fully ripe, some is kind of green, some is kind of yellow, and some is red. I decided I'm going to make barbecue sauce with them instead of buying the barbecue sauce from the store. And I know it would taste much better if I make it myself than getting it from the store. So today I'm going to show you how I decide how I'm going to be making the barbecue sauce, and I'm going to can it up. So stay tuned and I show you how I do that process. So I'm showing you how much pounds it weighs using my scale from the secondhand store. I pour a little water in the pot to help start off cooking the tomatoes. This is what they look like 10 minutes afterwards. After 10 minutes of processing them, I blend them up in my blender. And this is what they look like afterwards. Then after cooking it for a little bit more, some kind of foam forms, so I remove it with the silver spoon. I put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to saute the onion and garlic in the pan afterwards. I tried to strain off some of the tomato seeds from my tomatoes, but this strainer, the hose is too small for it, so I had to change it to a bigger hold strainer. Don't forget to press the like button. I'm not going to throw away the tomato seeds with the pulp. I'm going to dehydrate it and use it for something else. After I did all of that process, I realized I wanted more barbecue sauce. So I opened up a can of tomato paste and a can of diced tomato to expand it. So this is what they look like. I didn't remove the seeds from these. I don't mind if there's a few seeds in the barbecue sauce, but I didn't want too much seeds to be inside, so that's why I strained my tomatoes. So I put in the sauteed onion and garlic inside with my homemade tomatoes and the canned tomatoes with the tomato paste. So I put about a tablespoon of garlic powder and a tablespoon of onion powder, and I put about a tablespoon of all seasoning mix inside, unsalted one, and I put about a pinch of cayenne pepper and about a teaspoon of ginger powder. And I also put about 1 tablespoon of salt and another teaspoon of salt. And then I combine them inside the sauce. I also put a tablespoon of black pepper also inside. And the reason why I'm going to put all of that, I want when I open my barbecue sauce, and pour it over anything that I'm cooking or cooking with anything, that I don't have to add any extra seasoning. So I put about 4 tablespoons of molasses in the sauce and about half a cup of sugar, also brown sugar. I put about 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke. And I'm going to try with half a cup of apple cider vinegar. If that's not enough flavoring for me, then I'll put more and I'll let you know. I will taste it afterwards. I also put about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. This recipe, I made it up along while making it like that because I don't really like to follow a recipe too much. So as I taste the barbecue sauce in between process, I make some adjustment, and I'm telling you the ingredients, exactly the amount that I decided to put in it afterwards. I didn't show you some of that scene when I did that. It's good, but I find that it needs more sugar in there. So I'm going to put more sugar in there. I put about 2 tablespoons more of sugar inside. So I'm going to stir this and let it cook down for 20 minutes. And then after it cooked down and cooled a little bit, cool down, I think I'm just going to wait till the next day. I'm going to wait till it cool down, then I'm going to blend it up so that the garlic particle and the onion particle won't show too much in the sauce. I changed my mind about using the blender. Instead, I used the hand blender instead. So while I was processing the sauce more with the hand blender, I was thinking that the barbecue sauce needed something more tangy to it. So I remember I had tamarind paste, so I decided to put about 2 tablespoons of tamarind paste in the sauce, and I will show you how I decided to do that. So this is the package of the tamarind paste. I'm showing you what it looks like. Before I put the tamarind paste inside the small pan, I put some water in there, about 3 tablespoons of water in there. After I put the tamarind paste out inside the pan, I realized it needed more, so I put another 3 tablespoons more of water inside to help it to be more runny. So this is what the sauce looked like afterwards. And it actually helped balance out the barbecue sauce. My barbecue sauce tastes like barbecue garlic sauce. If you don't like garlic as much as I do, you could just put about one head of garlic. You don't need to put two, and you'll be fine. This is what the bottles look like when I fill them up with the barbecue sauce. I wiped down the rim of the bottle with the vinegar and paper towel to remove any extra barbecue sauce at the top to make sure it did seal properly. So next I'm going to put the lids on top of the bottle and put the ring around the bottle to seal it. I am going to use my steam canner to process them, so I put a little bit of vinegar to prevent hard water buildup, and this is the lid that is underneath. I'm going to put enough water just below the lid, and then I'm going to put the bottles on top of the lid. If you do not have a steam canner, don't worry, you can just use the largest pot that you have and maybe put a towel underneath inside the pot, or you can put the rings by tie them up together and put it inside the pot and just fill it with water above the bottles, at least 3 inches above all of the bottles in the pot, and then you can process them the same amount of time as you do the steam canner. Just make sure the water comes up to a full boil before you set your timer for 20 minutes, and then after you process the barbecue sauce for 20 minutes, you can turn off the stove and let it rest in the pot for another 5 minutes. I'm just showing you the lid of the steam canner. It shows the different color zone according to the latitude that you live in. So my latitude is a dark green color. So I wait until my latitude came to the dark green color before I set the timer. So afterwards I process them for 20 minutes, and then after I process them for 20 minutes, I turn off the stove and I let them stay in the steam canner for another 5 minutes before removing them. And then I put them on top of the towel on top of my counter. So this is what they look like after I wash the bottles. Before I wash the bottles, I make sure I check that it's sealed. I go around and I check to make sure all of them is sealed properly. Notice the difference between the way this one look and the way this one look. What I did for all of them, I shake them back and forth until it becomes like this. This one I didn't shake it, so what I do, I shake it so that they mix up together. And after you do that for a couple seconds, it will look better. So now all I have to do is label it and put the date and put what it is. So this is very garlicky. I think this would taste really nice over some chicken wings. So I'm looking forward to doing that in the near future. Anyhow, you guys, I hope you all have a good day. I'll talk to you another time. Bye.